as Pau Gasol and Festus Ezeli, and it is won by Team Africa. Luke Mamute with the jam.
A guy without a team scores the first 2 points because there's been buses to get from one event to the other, and as you pointed out, it's not just the Team World bus or the Team Africa bus as Jang scores on the jam. It is everybody's together. This is the first time that we have this competition. I think it did start while Pump of Dang at half court.
Nice little feed. We've seen Chris Paul, coaches and personnel, and it mattered not which bus you got on. It was all about the kids they were trying to help.
We have some guys also debuting their new uniforms. Nicola Batum, Charlotte Hornets.
Think about that. For the first 7 years of his career, he was with the Portland Trailblazers, considered for such a long time untradeable.
Both guys, of course, jump center at the All-Star game in New York. And now Dang knocks down a triple. Well, I know Greg Popovich was talking about summer rules for the offense, and it's hit by Bradley last year what happened, but now having this game here, and Adam Silver even saying during the week is Dang takes it to the basket.
14 orphaned children from the continent of Africa can go. They dedicated a library and a basketball.
Minnesota last year, and only in his third year coming up, and he's starting to put on a show early.
Well, Gorgui Dieng, you think about his development, 10 and 8, and for all intents and purposes for Minnesota, you're right, taking great advantage of an opportunity.
Seems like they're trying to get him going. Dang hits again from outside. Gorgui Dieng, part of an 8-0 run for Africa. Points.
Global sport and a global organization, and rightly so. And you think about the international influence over the court.
Who just took that shot, number 12 in white, playing in a Sixers uniform, though currently without a team and thought to be close to be with Sacramento as Ezeli picks it up in Team Africa, and Paul missing the step back there.
A little surprised he didn't try to go around him. I wouldn't want that size coming at me.
There's Mamute. 10-minute quarters. Most of the NBA rules applying except for the quarter. 10 minutes.
Marc Gasol just continues to be in great condition. Think about how he has changed his body.
Yeah. Memphis, we know the story. He was a big guy, and he's really put himself in great shape as Beal came flying in for a dunk. There's a great no-look feed to Jeff Green, ended last season with.
I'll tell you, there's still plenty of players in the free agent pool who have some talent, as you see Fareed get out in the open floor. Hello.
Guy.
A career 5.4 board, reserve off the bench in the post, typically adding depth. A hard worker, a great guy to have. Well, when I spoke to him yesterday, he said to finally see some of the hard work we've put in Boston to fruition, finally get that last playoff spot in the East. It gives you hope moving forward for an organization that is one of the most proud organizations. Last NBA champion. Pop has 5 of them, the San Antonio Spurs 5. Boris Diaw, his insertion into the starting lineup changed the equation in that series. He's not a guy that wants to dominate. Good to play with. If you watch any highlight tape that includes Giannis, you can see that guy in 2 strides. There he is, right in the open floor. But I've watched point line and in strides finding himself at the rim.
I know there's a lot of people in Milwaukee. An animal, Kenneth Fareed with his second ferocious dunk.
Back in 2014, last year, tremendous strides, 12.5 points, almost 7 boards. And I'm telling you, folks, as he's in the open floor, he's just scratching the surface.
There are many kids in the audience at Ellis Park Arena and around the continent of Africa who are watching this game, and we have to make that point, is for 13 years as Adeta Kumbo,
who didn't want any part of the game of basketball when he was first introduced to it. In fact, said, no, I'm engaged with soccer and team.
Fortunately, the number 3 pick last year lost all his rookie season, and it looks like he'll lose this one as well, as Fareed has his 3rd ferocious dunk of the afternoon.
This for Joel Embiid. At the end of this particular 3.5 days, they organized an All-Star game, which is played just prior to this game.
And then turned himself into one of the top picks in the draft, and now hoping that his body hasn't betrayed himself, as Evan Turner 6 points for the Boston Celtics.
You can see Kenneth Fareed, even in this setting, he was talking, I only know how to play one way. How many times?
Well, we got a little surprise coming up here. Look who's in his classic Denver Nuggets uniform, Dikembe Mutombo, and they love it.
The dominant defensive force in the NBA for all of those years, and listen to this crowd.
Good play at 49 years of age.
He looks like he's prepared and in NBA shape.
The number 2 shot blocker in NBA history on the Team Africa. Millions of his own fortune, $29 million. Here's the dream over Vucevic. Oh, this place would go berserk if one is hit. This is great to see. You know, this is the difference between this sport and many of the other sports at that age, to still get out there and play basketball in a competitive situation. And Congo and the Democratic Republic of Congo and all throughout the African continent.
You wonder, are they intimidated at all? Give us the dream shake.
There it is. Keem Olajuwon, a beautiful move, and the bench is going wild. Anytime you go to an all-star game, there's always a guy or a couple of guys they're going to set up, and those are the two now. Wow, how about Fareed taking on both towers? I don't think anybody wants to go inside anymore with those two in there. Vucevic, hitter for the NBA, Olajuwon. Not only in uniform, but getting a good stretch run there.
I did not think in watching Dikembe at the timeout he'd be
long term.
They have put themselves together, and if health holds up, of course, signing Dwayne Wade again, that will be an interesting battle with the Cleveland Cavaliers in the East.
Missing, and Mutombo gets in the scorebook. And the slam dunk by Nicolas Batum. Run for Africa after Team World got within 6 points. Here's Beal, blocked by Biyombo. Quite caught up to the hype of being a top 10 selection, but now with Masai Ujiri in Toronto, hope maybe he can start going and getting on.
Well, Masai Ujiri, in the words of R.C. Company, and he actually said he may read people better than anybody in the NBA. So you wonder, sometimes it's about fit. So does Biyombo find and carve out a niche with the Toronto Raptors? We'll see.
Well, he almost had the block of the jam, but the rattle in for Green.
To give up Greg Monroe, he's such a talented guy.
Trey Burke struggling from the perimeter in the game, and Antetokounmpo shoveling to Biyombo. Nice pivot and score. Bismack Biyombo. Here's Gasol pulling up from the free throw line. What an outstanding season.
League sets his all-time mark for rebounds per game, Pau Gasol. Just a truly extraordinary year, almost 12 boards.
Inbound Antetokounmpo starts the clock as he touches. Shovels it toward the rim and misses, but a 56 lead.
Definitely a large world view, so everything about David is a perfect match in my estimation for San Antonio.
Ever NBA Africa game, Bradley Beal might have to step up a little bit with the Wizards, a little bit of a leadership vacuum as Chris Paul hits from the perimeter.
Organization that until DeAndre Jordan re-signed, and obviously all the drama in that is a nice fit, acquiring Lance Stevenson and Paul Pierce along with Josh Smith. So the one weakness you had, that wing area, you actually do great things. They go from an F to an A in my estimation.
Festus Ezeli with the tip jam. Paul trying to make it back-to-back threes, and he does.
As competitive as Chris Paul.
Where the Clippers tried DeAndre Jordan back, gave it an F grade. Will it be 3 straight threes for Chris Paul? And just like that, Team World is within 11. Against Doc Rivers. The days before, they were about to fail that test, and somehow even a study, like for certain, have keep themselves in the Western Conference chase.
Yeah, and Paul Pierce, think to what he did in Washington's run in the postseason, a guy who...
Healthy, hoping Serge Ibaka is back to basketball activity soon, and having Kevin Durant and the whole complement together.
Well, you've got Kevin Durant, players, coaches, general managers, have traveled on 4 or 5 buses over the course of 3.5 days, conducting camps and clinics. Every word we have gotten, I spoke to Brad Stevens and to Mike Budenholzer, both of whom said these players are...
The whole NBA event and a basketball game and a live broadcast throughout the world is just a cherry on the top.
For Luol Deng, this game is personal, and he is the captain of influence. In Luol Deng's words, is immeasurable. 1 month spent in Egypt with refugees from this continent. Them the game of basketball has reverberated in the ensuing year.
And the folks at Ellis Park Arena enjoying the array of dunks, and in the rafters hang the NBA jerseys as Vucevic, Juan, and Mutombo, and the late Manu Bol. All revered all across the continent of Africa. Nazr Mohammed.
Vanderbilt. And of course, in limited time, think about his points in 10 minutes in the NBA Finals. He plays over Bogut and
outside that time.
yes.
To have Festus Ezeli at Harvard.
I Antetokounmpo is special, boy. He's got 18 on the boards already. I can't imagine you want to throw a lob to, as good as Boris Diaw is, throwing a lob pass to him would not be the best option.
It's Burke trying to decide what to do. He had Antetokounmpo on one side and Biyombo on the other, and Bismack Biyombo blocked his shot. These are guys who've largely been a part of the camps and certainly have not been at the height of their training as Aminu.
Today for the respective coaches, and I'm told neither Greg Popovich nor Lyle Mulholland in the hour shoot-around they had ever talked about the game of basketball.
Nigeria at age 14. This is the first time he is back on the continent since. So a very moving evening for Festus Ezeli, the champ, and the young Milwaukee Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo scoring with .2 in the quarter.
Talked about what he hoped for the future of the continent of Africa, and certainly basketball without borders. 13 straight years coming to the continent.
World in the game. Here's Burke driving against Batum and scoring. Missing there, and again, either born in Africa or at least one parent from Africa to make the Team Africa roster. And Trey Burke hitting a triple. And
he became far more aggressive as a scorer on the second unit than he would like to be, I think.
There's a jam from Green.
Gets running tight this game up. Chris Paul, of course, got things started with 3 straight threes, and here we are. We've got to
well. Trey Burke leading the break. Drops it on the reverse. 14 straight. 1 point on a free throw. So 78-76, 7:15 to go. Beal hits again, and for the first time, the world has the lead. Chance. Michelle Roberts, also the president of the NBA Players Association, on the trip, and another three-pointer hit by Team World.
Champion and national champion Ruth Riley over there leading that charge.
In the midst of a 20-1 run, make it 23-1 as Bradley Beater. I think this is the NBA they see on television quite a bit.
Pace picking up, intensity picking up, and even a bit of defense. Nice crossover by Bradley in the feed to Green,
who knocks down another three-pointer. 26 points in 4 minutes and 10 seconds for the World. They were down 20, now they're up.
Changed in a hurry.
And Dang trying to back on the board hits.
Boy, I'd say that Memphis would take that aggression. That's the one thing that franchise is missing still to this point. Another three.
Oh, dang, they're loving it.
Exhibition that means absolutely nothing. That the competitive juices start to fire.
Wide open three. Good by Green.
Great shot of Pop playing foosball. Love it.
Jeff Green missing on the three. That's how Team World got back in this one. Biyombo beating Green down the floor. Beal missing.
You can tell Beal is feeling that jump. First one to go, he was going to test how hot he was.
Thread the needle pass in. Spinning and scoring.
Has done an outstanding job, whether in Denver.
It looked like the Raptors were ready to take that next step. 2 years ago, Lowry struggled a little bit after the All-Star break. Here's Diaw. I like the Team Africa jerseys. You've got the face of all the players to make it a 7.
Well, think about how much better, after the acquisition of Isaiah, Boston was at finishing games. Huge influence on that.
Paul for three. Time for point guards in the NBA. On almost every night, you've got a great matchup.
The golden age of
Aminu. In and out. Dang is there for the putback. Popovich's team needs to play that defense here in the final 49 seconds. But it's Antetokounmpo with the steal. And the jam. Africa down 5. Well, see if they foul, if they won't foul. Time ticking down. Chris Paul working it inside half court.
Look at that handle.
22 seconds to go. Beal with the steal. Back. Oh, that'd have been a big one. They need the 2 here. 10 seconds to go, and they'll get to the line. Marc Gasol foul. Fouling Bismack Biyombo. It's your regular season game.
I don't